All right. Good afternoon, folks, and thanks for joining us. My name is Tim Wheaton with Vechtsport, and today we have on the show the headliner of Glory 81, Benjamin Adegbuyi. How are you doing today, sir?
Hello, I'm doing fine. I'm great.
Absolutely, man. So just coming up in a few weeks here on August 20th, you have a major fight headlining in a title eliminator against an opponent that you fought before, Jamal Ben Saddik. Tell us, what are your thoughts going into this fight? What's the game plan? Tell us everything, sir.
I'm pretty happy with this fight because it's one of the fights that I really wanted to. We fought already 2018 in the final of the tournament, 8-man tournament that was in Rotterdam. I'm thinking that I was really tired. It was not my night. I think that if we should face, in a normal fight, I would win. But yeah, it happened that he won that night. So it's one fight that I really wanted, and now we are here heading the Glory 81. So I'm happy with it.
Man, it's absolutely awesome to see, and I'm very happy for you as well to get the rematch that you had wanted for so long. How's the body feeling? How's training coming along and all that stuff?
I'm training really hard, because it's a one very important fight for me. I normally don't train always in Holland. I live in Romania, so I train a lot. But for this fight, I'm here already for a few weeks. And I'm staying in Holland with the Super Pro team and Rico Verhoeven, Dennis Crowell, all the team. Until the fight, I want to be not 100%, 110%. So it is very.
Well, it's a great team that you're training out there with, and I was going to ask about that as well. You're training with a former opponent of yours and the heavyweight champion Rico Verhoeven, someone that you might actually fight again in the future. What is it like training with a former opponent?
Yeah, it's a little bit strange, but we are just, different mind fighters, and I'm always thinking about it like different, When I was number two, number one ranked for a long time, more than 5 years. So when number one and number two train together, they can only become better, So I think I'm helping him. He's helping me a lot with all his knowledge, I have the advantage that he already fought Jamal like few months ago, and I can I can steal something from what he experienced in that fight, and I'm not thinking about when we need to face each other because yeah, that's the ultimate goal, to being the champion, but I need to step first Jamal, then maybe Plazibat, and then we can think about how it's gonna be fighting Rico. But until then, it's a long road.
Well, Rico is the perfect training partner if you're getting ready for a fight against Jamal Ben Saddik. Also, Rico is the perfect training partner if you're training for a fight against Rico as well.
Exactly. It's a perfect thing because I get to know him better, but it's also disadvantage that he knows me better and all the team Dennis know, you know. But it's a win-win at the end of the day, Yeah, we are more than just two fighters fighting, and we are human. He's a lovely person. He helped me a lot. I help. We have a different relation. So when it's about fighting, we can leave it in the ring if we get there. But until then, I need to face somebody else.
Oh, absolutely. And let's say you win this fight, you then face Antonio Plazibat and get another opportunity to avenge a loss from, I think, 2 years ago or something like that. What are your thoughts on facing Antonio Plazibat potentially again?
Yeah, this the Plazibat fight is the fight that I really wanted before Jamal because
Right.
I really think he won clearly. He knocked me out, he finished me. But I asked the fight not once, not twice, a lot of time when I discussed Glory. I asked for the fight. To give me
Mhm.
the rematch with Plazibat. Was that my night? I'm the better fighter. I want to show that I'm the best. But yeah, I'm happy if I step Jamal, then I can face Plazibat because that's a fight I want.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think you were doing quite well against Plazabot in the first round there. Like I think it was a fight that you were well in control of.
Yeah, yeah, but sometimes this is the fight game, and this is the beauty of the fight game. And at heavyweight, one punch can change the outcome of the fight. So yeah, I'm not talking about. I just I hope I win Jamal, and then I don't know when, but when Plazibot comes, I will show him that I'm the better fighter.
Oh, absolutely. And you have headlined in the past. You fought famously in a fight of the year against Badahari. Is there any extra pressure being the headline fight at an event, or do you love that feeling?
No, man, I'm used to that. Even when I fought Butter, Butter is a big name. It's a legend, so I know how to handle these situations. I even, to be honest, I like to be the underdog always. Even with Butter, I was the underdog. Now I'm pretty sure that with Jamal, I'm the underdog because he's the number one ranked, and he's the big heavyweight. But I like it. I like it.
Man, it's a great position to be in. But let me ask you, so what were some of the kickboxers that you looked up to that inspired you to get into the sport initially?
Oh, everybody, man. When I was young, I was. Everybody knows I started very late to fight professional, and I
Mhm.
was watching, and I liked a lot. Yeah, like Ernesto Hus, Peter Arts, Ray Seppo. Yeah,
Uh,
even Sammy Shield. He was very big. You know, I was watching. It was a certain point. I was watching even Boniaski and Badahari. I watched everybody. I loved how they were fighting in that day.
oh man, it was an amazing time during that K1 era, being inspired by those guys. What
Yeah,
about Daniel
yeah,
Gita, a fellow Romanian like yourself?
yeah, yeah, yeah. He was also one of the good fighters from that period.
So what was the biggest reason for you wanting to enter the sport of kickboxing?
Man, I didn't had no reason. I was just loving. I loved kickboxing. And when I started to train random,
Mhm.
I didn't had that in mind that one day I will become a professional fighter. But training, and seeing myself becoming better and better, then I
Mhm.
start thinking, yeah, let's do it professional. So, you know,
And it's
watching those guys in that days, in Japan, motivate me, and yeah, I can do it. So I stepped in.
and it's worked out extremely well for you. You have a hugely successful career now. It's just wonderful to absolutely see. And you're a father as well. What advice would you give to other fathers out there, or maybe
I
new
don't know.
fathers?
Let your kid do the sport, man. Any sport, because football, kickboxing, I don't know. Because sports is benefic. It's a it's a good state of mind and feeling for everybody. It's healthy, so you can also become famous. Let's say like that.
Man, that is
You
absolutely
can
awesome. Now,
inspire. You can inspire a lot of kids by doing this. So I think
man,
this is important.
man, and look at you out there now. You are the one inspiring kids to get into sports and do all that stuff. Kids, whether they're growing up in Romania or Nigeria, are being inspired by you here. So I want to ask you some questions on Romania and Nigeria, and we're going to start a war. This is going to be tough for you. Who has the better food, Nigeria or Romania?
Man, it's not so difficult because even though I'm Nigerian and Romanian, I lived more in Romania, so I love the Romanian food more. So
You're in trouble now. You're in trouble now.
yeah,
What about better kickboxers, Romania or Nigeria?
not to be honest, Romania they have better kickboxers.
I
Yeah,
agree. Romania has a really good, thriving
yeah.
kickboxing scene.
If you are speaking about football, I can say Nigeria, but when we are if you are speaking MMA, I can say also Nigeria, but kickboxing is Romania.
Oh, I major cosign on that. And let's get to some rapid fire predictions for later this year. The World Cup is coming up here in Qatar. Who is your team? Who do you pick as your favorite?
Hmm, I don't know, man. I need to think about. But let's say Holland.
Good choice. Good
Let's say
choice,
Holland.
indeed.
Yeah,
Now, what about Badahari versus Alistair Overeem 3? You have experience with Badar.
yeah.
Who do you have in this one?
It's a hard fight, man. It's a hard fight. I'm really looking forward to the outcome, but let's say 60% bothered, 40% over him. Yeah,
it's a great fight. We're all really excited and looking forward to it. One last question for you, and then we'll get you out of here. But for some of the younger people who are just starting out in the sport, what advice would you give to them?
I think the most important thing is to be serious, you know, to live a sport and a perfect life. You know, you need to know why you are training, for what you are training. You know, you don't have to be distracted by anything. You know, so I think in that way you can become, you know, if you believe in yourself, you can work hard and become what you want to. You know, so don't be distracted by anything, clubs, women, nothing. Simple. Yeah.
Focus on the sport, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And look at where you are today. You are headlining August 20th, Glory 81. You are facing Jamal Ben Saddik. Benjamin Adegbuyi, you get the last word here, Benny. Tell the folks where they can find more of you and what you got going on in your life.
Yeah, they just can follow me, you know, on Instagram, Adegbuyi Benny, Facebook the same, you know. My YouTube channel is the same. I'm preparing a small insight about my preparation for this fight, you know, so they can follow me there.
And I'll put the links down below. I really appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you very much.